How to tune a drum. Just like with anything, it's rather subjective. So the most important thing is just to kind of study the drum itself first. And you'll notice that the actual shell, the shell itself has actually got a natural quality to it. And you could actually chart that on a piano or a guitar, and it has its own particular tone. Somebody with perfect pitch would be able to tell you exactly what that sound is. So with that in mind, you can't make a sound that cannot be inherently part of the thing itself. So you have to bear that in mind. And the first step is to swing left with the drum key and loosen all the tension rods. So once you loosen all the tension rods, the next step is to finger tighten everything. There's a hoop here, so I can't really go on the side, so I have to go on the tip. This is a Gretsch maple drum kit. I haven't tuned it up, and I should be using new skins, which I will get, but just to show you how I would try to get the best out of its current situation. This is what I'm going to do. So now that everything is just about, although it's a little bit difficult to get to tighten them just with the tips. The next step is to tighten up these tension rods. And I'm just going to be doing 180-degree turns, which is basically a half a circle in terms of geometry. It's going from one, so a 180-degree turn is basically this. You just turn it completely. So I'm just going to do one of them. And if you ever get this in an exam, which you might get in grade 3 or 4, what they're going to ask for is the star formation. So basically you tighten there, and then you tighten here, and then you tighten here, 180 degrees. And then, so we've done here, 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 and now we're going to do from here, then the opposite end. But truth be told, I mean, there's everything in this sort of field is very, very subjective. Water will definitely freeze at 100, at 0 degrees, boil at 100 degrees, but this is a lot less specific. So I like to just generally tighten now at about 30 degrees, but I'm just going to go along every other go along every tension rod in succession, not in any sort of star formation. I don't really get any benefit from that, and I'm actually a good tuner of drums. You would hope so anyway, after tuning them since 1990. And so once you got generally the tension rods all roughly in the ballpark, then you put your finger in the center, and then you just tap it with the edge of the. You could get a stick. You could use your. You can use your finger. I just use the drum key itself. So so that's a bit lower, so I'm going to tune that higher. Still a little bit lower. Sort of in the ballpark. So now that we've done that, we can investigate the resonant skin. We're going to do the same thing, loosen everything, and then finger tighten everything. Resonant skin is just obviously the skin or the head that's on the bottom that you don't hit. But you can hit it if you want. Remember, there's no absolute rules when it comes to this sort of stuff. So I've finger tightened everything, which is a lot easier now that I don't have to navigate this this hoop, which is in place, because that's how this tom, which is the high tom, quite a large high tom for this Gretsch drum kit. So there it is, nice and finger tightened. So star formation, let's just demonstrate that, because that's what the examiners want to see. They want to see some sort of in the ballpark sort of correctness. So we've done the opposite, 180 degree turns on each. Now we're going to do here, then the opposite, so 180. Now opposite end, 180. Here to the opposite end, 180. 180. Roughly sounds the same. So that's obviously lower, isn't it? So that's kind of in the ballpark. It's within a reasonably tight range. That's what you want. I mean, you can really do this for hours. You really can. It's a bit lower. And because this is the resonant skin, I'm going to make it a little bit tight, so I'm just going to carry on with about 30 degrees on each tension rod. Although strictly speaking, you would do it in star formation, which means that you'll do it the way the examiners want you. So all of them are tightened at 30 degrees, and I'm going to do it probably about 20 degrees now on each tension rod. A little bit lower here, so I'm going to lift it up. It's a little bit high, so I'm going to bring that down a touch. And if it's up to us, we would fiddle and make it maybe a tiny bit tighter, so I'm going to do maybe 20-degree turn on each successive tension rod. I didn't change this skin or the resonant skin, but I actually like the way that sounds. But of course, you would do this all in context, and what I mean by context is you would do it all so that the bass drum, floor tom, tom 2 or mid tom, and of course there's the snare drum right there, are all pretty much working together. And that, my drumming friends, is how you tune a drum.